Alright, so you want to learn about blockchain development and you don't really know where to start, then I have great news for you. You are at the right place. In this video I will give you the big picture of Web3 development. I will talk to you about smart contract and the Ethereum blockchain. Hello, my name is Steve Anthony. Welcome on my new channel Proof of Dev, and if you're ready, let's roll the intro. Okay, so first thing first, what is a blockchain? We're gonna take a look in this website quickly. A blockchain is a distributed database or a ledger that is shared among the nodes of a computer network. So you probably know it, but I think it's important to remind it. And the top blockchain are Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, XRP. And now the big question for you is how to interact, how to call this blockchain and how to develop with this blockchain. So the first thing I want to show you is the difference between the traditional development and basically the Web3 development. So in Web2 development we have the database here, we have the backend, and we have the frontend. And then the front will call the back, and the back will process it and call the database to retrieve the data store in the database. And now the big problem with that is the database and the backend are stored in a centralized server. And this is a big problem because it means that the owner of the server or a hacker can decide to modify or remove anything, any data in the server. And as you can understand, this is a big issue. And this is the reason why a bunch of people decided to work on this really problem and find a solution. And you probably know what it is. It's called blockchain. Now, in Web3, we don't need anymore a database or a backend. Then we will use something called the blockchain, you know it. So the frontend will call directly the blockchain, and if you want to make cool stuff, you need to use something. It's the smart contract. The smart contract it's a kind of backend, but it's deployed on the blockchain, so it's decentralized. So now our mission will be to understand how to develop a smart contract and how to deploy it and all the process around the smart contract. So let's go. So the first question we should answer before everything is, what is the language used to develop smart contract? And the answer is, it depends. It depends of the blockchain. And for this video, we're gonna speak about the Ethereum blockchain. So the language used for the Ethereum blockchain is called Solidity. So if you want to know more about Solidity, you just need to type it on Google and you will find the documentation here, and you just need to browse it. But if you don't want to do that, you can follow my tutorial. Okay, so now you know about the language used to develop smart contract in the Ethereum blockchain, but you will need something else, and it's called a development environment. So the first thing you could use is called Remix. So Remix is an environment where you could develop in Solidity. If you want to use Remix, you just need to type Remix if here, and you click on a Remix project, jump into the Web3. As you can see, there is a lot of cool stuff here, but we're gonna use this one. So as you can see, Remix is a kind of visual code or a kind of Eclipse, and the difference though is this tool will help you to develop in Solidity. It's clearly focused on Solidity, and you will have a lot of tools to deploy on a blockchain, on a fake blockchain, kind of stuff like this. If you follow the next tutorial, I will explain you how it works. Remix is a really cool tool if you want to learn or if you want to test something quickly, and we're gonna see this in the next video. Okay, so now you know about Remix, but as I said, Remix is a little bit more for test and for learning. So if you want to be a little bit more professional, you will need to use something called Hard Hat, or you can use also Truffle. These two things will help you to mock a blockchain in local, and it will be really useful if you want to develop. So we can take a look at Hard hot, and there it is. So if you want to know more about this, you just go here and you learn about it. And if you want to use truffle, if we're gonna take truffle suit, yes, so you can go here if you want to learn a little bit more about truffle, but basically hard hat or truffle are just a way to mock a blockchain. Okay, so now you know about the language used for smart contract. You know about the tool that you can use to have a blockchain in local. But now the big question is, we don't want to recreate the wheel, and to do that we're gonna use library. Okay, so if you should take a look at one library, you should take a look at Open Zeppelin. I don't know where to spell it. So Open Zeppelin, it's a lot of stuff, but it's a library. You can go here, and the idea is basically if you want to develop something like NFT, or if you need to use common component probably someone else developed, you should take a look at Open Zeppelin because it exists for it's already a good reason, but it's also secure. Take a look, it's really important if you want to be serious about Solidity and the blockchain development. Alright, so now you have all the tools you need to develop your first smart contract, and it's awesome. But I think you will be interested in the big picture of the process of how to develop a smart contract. So basically, when you develop your smart contract, you will deploy it on a local blockchain, and this local blockchain is on hard hat or truffle. But now you will need to test it in a real condition in order to know if it works in the real world. So you will publish it on what we will call a testnet. The testnet is a little bit like the real blockchain, but the difference though is that you can receive some free Ethereum, and it's really convenient because when you publish your contract, or when you want to test your contract, you will need to have some Ethereum because there is fees. And so using the testnet is very interesting for that, because you don't need to use your money, in fact. So yeah, and if you want to know more about testnet, you can just type testnet if list, and you probably go here, and you will see there is Rinkeby. This is the name of the testnet. Rinkeby, Coven, Robstein, Gorley. So just take a look at this if you want to test your smart contract in real condition. At the end, you will publish your smart contract on what we call the mainnet. In the mainnet, you will publish your real smart contract, and you will use real money to publish it and to use it. So yeah, this is the expensive part of the development. Okay, so now you know how to develop a smart contract, you know how to deploy it. You have the big picture of a local testnet, mainnet, and but you are probably wondering how to call this smart contract and how to use it. Alright, so let's suppose we have our smart contract deploy in the local or in the testnet or anywhere, and we want to interact with it. So we're going to develop our front, and this front can be developed Angular, in React, or it can be also just JavaScript. But anyway, we have our front and we want to call the smart contract. How to do that? So to do that, we can use two libraries. The first one is called web3.js, or we can use ether.js. So you can use this library or this one. This is not important, but I must say that this library is maybe a little bit used than this one. So we're gonna take a look at web3.js. So web3.js is here. You can take a look at this documentation if you want, but yeah, there is a lot of stuff to see. And ether.js, and this is this is the same. You have the library here, and you just need to read it. Or you can follow my tutorial. Okay, so now you have the big picture of Web3 development, and I think it's pretty cool. Tell me in comments. By the way, there is a lot of stuff to learn, and it's just an overview, because there is also the security, how to audit a contract with Mithril, for example, how to update a contract with proxy. So there is a bunch of things to learn, and I'm still learning, to be really honest, and I will try to publish what I got. What I find interesting. So yeah, if you want, you can take a look at my next video. It's about type in Solidity. I will tell you also about Remix, so do not hesitate to take a look. And by the way, you can subscribe if you want. So yeah, see you the next time, and I hope you liked this video. Bye bye.